Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and gameplay in the background, I was playing with twitch.tv/IceandAshley, as I often do. We're playing Fortnite, and this is actually going to be our first duo win. This is my first duo win, I'm pretty sure, in Fortnite. I've played a lot of other BR games. I win a lot in other BR games, but especially in Fortnite, like, holy crap, dude, I win so much. So I am the more experienced player in this scenario, and this is going to be her first win in a BR game ever, I think. I think she has won a few times, a couple times in Minecraft Hunger Games. She was actually pretty good at that, if I recall. But when it comes to, like, PUBG, yo, she had a not so great time with that. She was like scratching her eyeballs out whenever I forced her to play with me for a video. But with Fortnite, she's been enjoying it. She's been having a lot of fun with it. It is easier to get into, and I think there's a lot more creativity that takes place in Fortnite, personally, my opinion. But I still, she's a new player, and it was pretty obvious, you know, coming from my experience and looking at her and having to babysit her to an extent, is she was new. However, the session that we played here, I thought was really fun, enjoyable, and I could clearly see that she learned, and clearly, even though she's a very new player, we were able to win handedly. I did not feel like that we would lose, actually. I felt pretty confident. It was almost like an accidental win. I just hadn't checked even really how many players were left. It was like, oh wow, we just kind of cleaned up here really easily. And because we were having fun, we were playing positively, and we were working together. And normally, it's hard to do that, right? A new player, they're noobs. How do you play with noobs? How do you teach them a game? How do you coach them? What is the appropriate mentality to have? You know, patience is a virtue, right? But what I'm finding from my personal experience as a streamer, since I play a lot of games for the first time, that's like my gimmick, first impressions, streaming, the reviews, the process of reviewing live, often I get hundreds of people, man, if it's through comments or, you know, the stream chat or whatever, through private messages even, people love shoving information down my throat. And of course, maybe that's because, like, you know, I am a content creator, but it's not always because of that. A lot of the times I play games off camera. So this week I've been playing Warframe specifically. Yes, a game that's very confusing and a game that really, you definitely, I would say, okay, yes, you do need somebody to kind of help you through the game just a little bit, or join a clan at least. Like, look at the forums, you gotta look at videos. The game does not explain itself in the least. So having some assistance is good, and maybe even required, maybe sort of kind of. However, my experience has been people just want to just tell you what to do. They want to yell at you when you do something off meta. They want to yell at you like if you do just the slightest wrong thing. But the thing is that's not healthy, guys. That's toxic to a new player. So my experience playing with Ashley, you know, seeing this, how positive I was and what I did, hopefully I can kind of reflect that and echo that out to you guys. So the difference of somebody holding your hand, literally babysitting you, watching your every move, you know, yelling at you when you do something wrong and telling you what to do, the difference between that and something that's really proactive and non-toxic and really, you're not just coaching a player, you're not just like, you know, just in their face yelling at them and teaching them, you're literally playing with them as a player. The difference in the positive to negative is going to be that you do actually engage the game with them. So you let them make decisions instead of telling them exactly what to do. You let them make mistakes, because sometimes, like in Warframe specifically, the game is kind of about experimentation, even at the highest level. Like, that's the point, is you experiment with different builds. And yeah, you know, like Path of Exile as well as another game just like Warframe. A lot of action RPGs and Destiny 2 to an extent. It's about making mistakes and doing weird things and making up your own builds, maybe even. And sometimes playing off meta, playing something that is not technically the best, is how you can play the game. Like, it's totally okay to do that. Like, if you want to go melee only in Warframe, why not? And Battle Royale games have so much choice. And yes, the decisions literally make or break your win or loss, how far you go. That's true. But I think it's better as the better player to, whenever you see a new player, you let them make decisions. You're the better player. I mean, so you can make those bad decisions or maybe not so perfect decisions, and you can better them. You can make that work. And sometimes actually new players are pretty creative and they can do some cool things. So yeah, Battle Royale games, there's a lot of creativity and there's a lot of freedom of choice, though those choices have huge consequences, true. But new players can come up with some cool stuff. You know, they can have fun too. They can still play the game. You don't need to micromanage everything they do. Macromanage. That's what I'm saying here, guys, is kind of be honest, right? Be honest about the decisions that you're making and that maybe they should make, you know, give suggestions, but be humble. You need to play the game with them, play on their level, and then elevate yourselves together. That's what you should do. Don't just shove information down their throats. Don't just tell them what to do. Don't just yell at them. That's not good. That's going to be for any game, any genre, but I did kind of want an excuse to use this footage, and I was really proud of Icy and Ashley. I can't believe we won. It was good stuff, and maybe in the footage, it doesn't seem like she helped out a lot, but she was actually really great bait. She was fantastic bait, and some of her, I would say, missteps, or what I thought were missteps in the game, actually literally led us to victory. The fact that I had to build around her kind of bad building skills, I built around her, and then we were able to have a really protected area, and then we just gunned down everybody in that area because of that. And also because of her aggression, which was completely unexpected, we actually flushed out some people around some certain areas, and it's really surprising, I think. Just new players, period. They are surprising. They can do surprising things, and that's why you see new players in esports and new personalities, in all industries, in all mediums, in all games, of course, coming up, uprising, because they're creative, they do new things, and then they refine that. And that's what you, as the expert player, that's your job, is to refine what they do have, their skills, refine their creativity, and play with that. So, can noobs be good? Yeah, I think noobs can actually be good with the help from a friend, and that's what you need to be. You're not a coach. I mean, you could be paid to be a coach, but assuming you're not, you're literally playing with a noob, you should treat them like players. As a player, from a player to another player, that's how you need to always keep that mentality, and that's how it should always be. Play the game with them. Anyways, that's all I got to pretty much say, friends. Thanks for watching. Keep the hype alive. I got a lot of new stuff coming. Like I said, with mentioning Warframe a lot, I'm going to do a full review on that, and hopefully you appreciate that. So peel the eyes on the Patreon. Thanks so much, dudes. If I can repeat myself more, I would, but I'm not here to make the 10-minute mark. That's it. That's all. Get out of here. Go play some games, guys, with some friends. Bring some friends and have fun. Keep the hype alive. I'll see you in the next one.